This is a story about a corner in the city of Mumbai. And in that corner, it is about, to put it simply, buildings and people. So I'm here to tell you how the world recognized these buildings as Mumbai's heritage and its citizens as heroes. In 2018, UNESCO inscribed the Victorian Gothic and Art Deco Ensembles of Mumbai as a World Heritage Site.
I therefore declare draft decision 42 Com 8B 19 adopted.
Remarkable achievement, Victorian Gothic and Art Deco buildings of Mumbai have been declared as a World Heritage Site.
We were very appreciative of the quality of the nomination.
We fully support the draft decision to inscribe this property in the World Heritage List.
Australia supports the inscription of the Victorian and Art Deco Ensemble of Mumbai.
And Namaste. As India takes the floor for the first time in this 42nd session, on behalf of the Government of India, the Government of Maharashtra and the citizens of Mumbai, this delegation of India would like to thank the committee, the World Heritage Centre, the Secretariat and the ICOMOS for their invaluable efforts. We would like to dedicate this inscription to the proud citizens of Mumbai, the Mumbaikars, who have always put great value to their heritage and worked consistently to protect it.
Notice that Mr. Karir thanked the citizens of Mumbai. These citizens, people just like you and me, took up the initiative to bring Mumbai's vibrant heritage on the world map.
One of the most interesting thing about World Heritage nomination was strongly supported by the residents of this area.
So far, the local residents and the local occupants of the buildings have shown a great commitment to wanting them preserved.
This was, in a sense, the first completely citizen-initiated and citizen-driven World Heritage Site nomination in India. A truly unique initiative.
The idea was that you have the greatest architectural dialogue of the 19th century Victorian and the 20th century Art Deco in Asia.
It required patience, tenacity, and it took 14 years from the presentation of the paper to securing the nomination. And in all these 14 years, the work revolved around working to keep the Oval Maidan available to the public, conserving the Victorian Gothic buildings, introducing public to Art Deco. It was all about their first love, Mumbai. And now, 14 years later, the world has recognized these magnificent structures and saluted the remarkable effort. But for the victory to be complete, it's important for the people of Mumbai to appreciate the legacy they have inherited. So here is why it is important. The majesty of Victorian Gothic. These buildings were built in the British era, but not many know that these were funded by Indians. The Bombay High Court is one of the largest Victorian Gothic buildings in the precinct.
There are thousands of people every day who use the High Court. You can't help but be impressed and overawed by the grandeur of the High Court.
With enveloping verandas adapted for cross ventilation needed for the tropical climate.
Little iconography of animal imagery and floral imagery.
Animals, birds, people, grandeur, mercy and justice. A structure that commands discipline and respect. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Bombay High Court for you. Mumbai University's architect, George Gilbert Scott, never actually set foot in India. He designed the building from his London office, and Mumbai University became one of the finest examples of Victorian Gothic architecture.
The architectural interface was particularly Indian, though it did derive from Western concepts of internationalism.
In the Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya, formerly the Prince of Wales Museum, built at the turn of the century, we see an assimilation of two styles known as Indo-Saracenic, which basically mean a marriage between Islamic and European architecture.
The design of the dome derives heavily from the Gol Gumbaz at Bijapur. You have the Bengaldhar roof in the porch. You have very strong Indo-Islamic motifs from the Sultanate period.
If you were to stand at Eros in 1900s, all of it would be water. It is with Churchgate Back Bay reclamation that Art Deco arrived in Mumbai.
Mumbai has one of the largest collections of Art Deco buildings in the world. This came to Bombay in the 1930s when the first ships came to the port of Bombay.
Art Deco gave an opportunity to people to actually reside in art. The sweep of Art Deco buildings at Marine Drive became a symbol of India's modern age. These buildings offer depth in viewing because of the uniformity in their height and symmetrical features.
We had architects, all of them Indian, all of them under-recognized, under-celebrated, who created this magnificent architecture.
We must appreciate that in 1930s, the architects built a harmonious quality of life, where the interior and exterior were designed by the same architect. These stunning interiors define the grandeur of the Deco buildings. The breathtaking staircases, intricate tiling work, grills on the balconies, modest compound walls, all come together subtly and quietly, creating visual harmony. So the next time you're in the Churchgate and Marine Drive area of the Heritage Precinct, don't forget to look around and treasure hunt for these elements. Porthole windows, turret balconies, curvilinear forms, attractive typography, and so much more. The Oval Maidan. Meet Shirin and Naina. These two ladies have a question for you.
Can you imagine what the scene would have been if there were high-rises instead of the Oval Maidan?
In a prime area of South Mumbai, the Oval Maidan had several proposals to build a stadium, a two-level underground parking lot with a shopping mall, and other bizarre proposals.
It would have been terrible. Apart from the fact, no heritage, all that, but just the physical aspect of it would have been terrible.
22-acre Oval Maidan had in the last century, in the 80s, we saw as residents fallen upon really bad days. There was no management and the underbelly of society was taking it over gradually.
This 22-acre Oval Maidan is for you. Everyone's invited here without any charge. Anyone can come here to jog, chat, play, nap and read, as long as
they don't litter, is what we keep saying. We were able to get the World Heritage tag because this is the center of this precinct and the heart.
And it's the Oval Maidan, which is the central focus of the World Heritage Site, with the Victorian Gothic to its east and the Art Deco to its west. If anyone has to witness how Mumbai thrives, then visit Marine Drive. There is freedom across its landscape, showcasing Mumbai's cosmopolitan nature. It introduces us to the real us.
Really blessed to have this place because at home we don't even have a window. Even have a window to open and see what is outside. And then we have this place where we see everything and we can enjoy.
If you are here on a Friday, Saturday or a Sunday night, there's not an inch to sit on this entire promenade of 4 kilometers.
And Marine Drive is a thriving living heritage where trespassers will not be prosecuted. These citizen heroes have got the world to acknowledge it. Now it is our turn to do our bit. Like in Marathi, it's called Vastu Varsa, which means we don't own it, but we are its caretakers for a brief moment in time.
And then hand it over to the next generation for them to cherish it and hand it over to the next.
And remember one simple rule, once you've lost it, it's never coming back again.
This living World Heritage Site is our best link to the past.
Because it's only going to get more vulnerable with time and also more precious.
Optimistic that we will leave this into good hands in the next generation.
In good hands.
Victorian Gothic and Art Deco Ensembles of Mumbai. Now, World Heritage Sites.